everybody? What is happening? Yeah, let me throw this on real quick. Put that on there. The hat stays on. The hat stays on. What's happening, everybody? Thursday, November 7th, 2024. My name is Kevin Smith. Thank you all so much for tuning into Loud Majority Live as we continue our gloating, our moment in the sun here with a gigantic Trump victory on Tuesday. The media continues to absolutely melt down. The media meltdown has continued. People say they like the hair. What do you think? Should I leave it out? Should I leave it out? What are we thinking? Hair's looking a little wild right now. What the hell? What the hell? Nobody's going to stop me anyway. That's why I'm on this side of the microphone. Media meltdown continues. Everybody losing their ever-loving mind. But we've got news breaking, of course. The DOJ has decided they're probably going to drop some of their investigations into President Trump, which just shows you this whole thing was political from the start. Also, Judge Marchand in New York looking for a way out. Turns out he does not want to end up in the gulag. To hell with him. The Amish came out in unprecedented numbers for President Trump. We're going to dive into all of that. Also, new waves of migrant caravans headed to America. Why? Because they know very soon it's not going to be shut down. They know very soon it's going to be shut down. There will be no way to get in. This is our country. You don't get to just come in because your country sucks. And in a wild turn of events, Hamas, they're done. We'll dive into all of that news as we get rolling and rocking and rolling here. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Share this video out all over the place. We are having some fun today. What's up in the live chat? Let's say hello to everybody. CJ Guinness, how are you? Leanne, how are you? AC Knight, what is happening? Jeanette, Kim Fields, how are you? Tim Huff, Tim Huff, we got some stuff planned in upstate New York coming up over the course of the next year or so. Make sure you keep it locked in here. We're definitely going to be coordinating with all of you guys up in the north. Let's see. Richie Lee, how are you? Also, real quick, before we get started, I'm going to be bringing it up several times over the course of the next couple days. Let's get this up here. Big Trump caravan, everybody. This Saturday, November 5th, at the Seaford train station. Come on down to the Trump victory party if you are among my local listeners. Make sure you come on down, say hello, share it out on Facebook, share it out on Twitter, share it out on Instagram. Put it everywhere out in the world, and we shall make this huge, as we always do. What's up in the Rumble chat? Rick Coates, how are you? Kate DiAugustino, what's happening? Big stuff coming in New Jersey. Big stuff coming. AV, what's happening? Gina Marie, how are you? I'm excited. Joe, what's happening? Very good stuff. Redneck, how are you? Jay Lee, how are we doing here? I'm excited. I still haven't really come down yet from the high. Kate, let me know when your New Jersey one is, and I'm coming. On out. Giddy up, everybody. Custom Rock, what's happening? Huge stuff. Huge. Absolutely phenomenal. So let's dive into the breaking news of the day. Hamas has called for an immediate ceasefire after the Donald Trump win. The man is not even in office yet, and he's solving world peace. A senior leader for Hamas has called for an immediate end to Israel's war against the group in Gaza, and a plan to achieve Palestinian statehood in remarks shared with Newsweek in the wake of President Trump's victory. Quote, the election of Trump as the 47th president of the United States is a private matter for Americans, Hamas's political bureau member and spokesperson Bassam Niem Steve from Hamas said to Newsweek. But the Palestinians look forward to an immediate cessation of aggression against our people, especially in Gaza, and look for assistance in achieving their legitimate rights of freedom, independence, and establishment of an independent, self-governing state with Jerusalem as its capital. Well, that's not going to happen. You can wish in one hand and crap in the other and see which one fills up first. Of course, they still are mad at the blind Zionist entity, but I do find it pretty funny that in the wake of Donald Trump winning, it's been 30 hours, and Hamas is already like, all right, we're done. We're done. Put our hands up. We're done. Donald Trump solving world peace without even being in office. As a matter of fact, the numerous things have happened over the course of the last couple of days since the Donald Trump victory. The Dow has shot up about 1,500 points. Let's see the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ up as well, shooting up about, what is that? About 1,000 points. The S&P 500. Wow, giddy up. Look at this. The S&P 500 is up about 1,000 as well. I mean, the man hasn't even done anything yet, and the world is already changing. Absolutely out of control. Hamas is about to surrender in the wake of a Donald Trump victory. That's not going to stop being funny. That's not going to stop being funny. From the election results, we're still waiting for them to officially call Arizona and Nevada, but it looks like in Pennsylvania, Dave McCormick is going to unseat incumbent Democrat Bob Casey, giving Donald Trump one more senator, and not only one more senator, but one more MAGA senator. That's the key. We picked up seats all over the place in this Senate election, one of them being Jim Justice in West Virginia, Mountain Mama, Country Road, Take Me Home. But we know that Jim Justice is not going to be as MAGA as we like. Some of the other ones coming in, Tim Sheeny in Montana, Bernie Moreno in Ohio, and now it looks like Dave McCormick in Pennsylvania. Big news for Trump as he goes into the office. And we're going to be talking about why the Democrats cheating in 2020 to steal the election. It was actually one of the worst things they could have possibly done. One of the worst things they could have possibly done for their version of what would be the future of this country. Now, why do I say that? Number one, and most obviously, if they hadn't cheated in 2020, they'd be done. They would be done with Donald Trump. Instead, they're going to get 4 more years of him. But they're going to get a very, very different 4 more years of President Trump. Why do I say that? Well, the Daily Caller Foundation put together an interesting little clip and we're going to show this about how much different things are going to be in 2024 than they would have been in a Donald Trump victory in 2020. Check this out.
Democrats thought taking the presidency in 2020 was a big win for them. Wrong. They would have been better off letting Trump win. A 2020 Trump presidency would have seen him being stuck with a Democrat-controlled House and Senate. He would have been a bit stifled. Now, he's got the numbers in the Senate to confirm anyone he wants, and he's looking to have the House too. Trump will likely be able to do anything he wants to do. Big beautiful wall, anyone? Joe Biden was able to appoint a Supreme Court justice due to liberal Stephen Breyer playing ball and retiring. But now, Trump is likely going to be able to pick Clarence Thomas's replacement and maybe Samuel Alito's replacement. And Sonia Sotomayor has been having health problems and might have to retire sooner than later. And guess what? He can pick anyone he wants and the Senate will confirm. No need to moderate the pick. A 2020 Trump presidency would have kept him with Mike Pence and his slew of establishment figures. All that he's been through since he's left office, I'm sure, has awakened him to the true nature of his enemies. And now he's picked up a team of super friends lined up, ready to destroy the deep state, including Elon Musk, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Ron Paul, Tulsi, and of course, a certain based hillbilly. Not to mention, Trump has managed to build his voter base and win in such an expansive way that pundits have described it as a political earthquake. The landscape of the electorate has likely changed in MAGA's favor for an entire generation. So ask yourself, Democrats, was this worth it?
Who's next?
Bet you wish Trump would have just won in 2020.
Shout out to the Daily Caller for putting that together. But that's the truth. Donald Trump will more than likely now be able to appoint at the very least two, Supreme Court justices. We know that Clarence Thomas plans to play along and allow Donald Trump to appoint his successor. Samuel Alito is getting up there in age, and God forbid, we don't want anything to happen to her, but Sonia Sotomayor is not in the best of health. Could Donald Trump appoint Supreme Court justices for the next entire generation? Them cheating in 2020 was the worst thing they could have possibly done, not only for the future of the country on our end, but for the future of the country on their end as well. But this is what you get when you FA, sometimes you FO. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Share this video out all over the place. We got big numbers today. Johnny Caffiaro's in the chat. John, you finally woke up. Me and John Caffiaro were out till about 6 in the morning on election night. And I don't know what age the two of us think we are that we can keep up that sort of stuff. But it does seem to... It seems to catch up on us. Kevin Carrigan, how are you? Val, how are you? Lisa, how are you? L.I. Sentinel, what's happening? Terry Ann, what's going on? Shout out to everybody. Let's pop this live chat back up as the numbers continue to flow in. Once again, guys, this Saturday, we will be having our Trump victory rally at the Seaford train station from 12 to 3. So come on down, bring the kids, bring your wife. Eli wants me to put my hat on. Chat, what do you think? Rumble chat. Eli wants me to put a hat on. Should I leave it off or should I put it on? Let's see. Let's see. Hat on or off? Let me know. Make sure you all agree with me so that I can laugh at Eli later on. Kate, what's up? Angel Fit, how are you? Leave it off. Oh, all right. Some people, all right. Let's see what they say. Some people are saying, we're getting a 50-50 split here, Eli. Let's see. Leave it off. I don't know. This is 50-50 here. I don't know. Some people are saying, I don't need a haircut. I just need to do it. Eli who? Says Tom J. That's pretty funny. All right, everybody. It looks like everybody wants me to put it on. So, here we go. You guys got enough of it off. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. Share this video out all over the place because the world is starting to notice that things are going to be a little bit different under the Trump administration. So much so that thousands of migrants, this from the Post-Millennial, are quickly hurrying to cross the border illegally in fear that Donald Trump will shut down the border. As President Trump declared victory in Tuesday's election, about 100 illegal migrants rushed across the border at Eagle Pass, Texas, fearing Trump will shut down the southern border and stop the invasion. The migrants, who came from countries in Central and South America, were wet from their journey through the Rio Grande River, according to Customs and Border Patrol. It's the beginning of a border rush prompted by Trump's promise to close the southern border and deport illegal immigrants. Unaccompanied children were among the migrants. If they arrive alone, they can be processed as asylum seekers after they have been seen by Health and Human Services Department. Then they are distributed to sponsors. Many of them are not accounted for. CBP agents gathered the latest group together and sent them on a bus to be processed. Trump emphasized his border security throughout the campaign, and he vowed to restore the border policies that Joe Biden saw fit to eliminate in the early days of his administration, and promised to carry out a mass deportation of illegals. During his victory speech, in the early hours on Wednesday, Trump pledged to fix and seal up the U.S. border from north to south, while supporting legal immigration. In the last days of his campaign, 200 retired Department of Homeland Security officials endorsed Trump for president and said that he was committed to securing the border, while Kamala Harris was not. We are also seeing an influx of a migrant caravan on their way to the southern border right now. Why? Because they know that they have to get while the getting's good. because they know that Donald Trump will be closing down the border. Yep. It's about that time. It's about that time. And we knew this was going to happen. We're going to be seeing a lot more. Actually, I would love to go down there, actually. Maybe we can work something out. We can work something out. We can head down to Eagle Pass and see if we can get any footage of people roaming across the border. I think that would be very good. Very, very good. But the closer we get to it, the closer we get to inauguration, the closer we're going to get, or the more illegal immigrants we're going to see crossing the border, because they know that if they don't get in now, they're not getting in at all. And of course, the Donald Trump victory has sparked an influx of crazy people. An influx of crazy people losing their ever-loving minds. We're going to get to this in just a second. But there are waves. I mean, look, I could sit here all day long. All day. I could sit here all day and show you TikTokers who are going apoplectic at the Kamala Harris loss. People losing their minds, screaming about their rights being violated, screaming about we don't want them to be alive. None of that is true. Nothing is going to happen to you. You've been lied to by a media establishment who have profited off of your anxiety and your fears. But I think so far, my favorite movement that I've seen so far, my favorite movement of people online are the radical feminists who have declared a sex strike because men came out and voted for Donald Trump. Now, a couple of things. Number one, if abortion is your top priority, something tells me that nobody wants to sleep with you anyway. That's number one. As Matt Gaetz famously said, nobody wants to impregnate you if you look like a thumb. But aside from all of that, no one on the conservative side who voted for Donald Trump is sleeping with radical feminists anyway. That's number two. So I hope your sex strike goes well against your soy boy, thick-ankled, non-ability to become erect white guys for Harris. I hope that goes well. But number three, and maybe most importantly, guys, the entire point of the pro-life movement is not only to save lives, but to stop people from indiscriminately having sex with people that they wouldn't want to have children with, because it turns out when you have sex, sometimes the outcome is a child. So all the radical feminists out there who have declared a sex strike because people voted for Donald Trump, I'd like to say congratulations. You have now fulfilled all of the goals of the virtuous conservatives who have tried to say that maybe you all should question who you're just indiscriminately having sex with at any given time. Zinger, you got us. Just saying. Just saying. But my favorites have been the media. My favorites have been the media so far. Naturally, we showed someone. Jamie Hope is seeming to enjoy my indiscriminate. Look, it's funny. It's funny to me. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, look, and here's another question. How many random people are you having sex with that you need to go on TikTok to let the world know that you're no longer doing this? Are you losing count? Have you figured out their first names? I've got questions. There's also another trend out there of women beginning to shave their heads in protest of Donald Trump's victory. Sure. Feel free to go with that. I don't know why you do that. But what I have noticed over the course of the last couple of days is that we need to reopen the asylums. We need to reopen the asylums because people are losing their control. Have fun on your sex strike. I don't know. Something tells me that's not going to last very long. Just saying. But you know what could stop that? You know what could stop radical feminists from going on their sex strikes and going on their nonsensical TikTok cryings and musings if their fathers had just said, I love you a little bit more often. It's just something to think about. Maybe give your dad a call. Chat with him. That might help. But we've got to get to the media losing their ever-loving minds. Before we get to that, guys, make sure you're hitting the thumbs up button and you're sharing this video out. Hello, Felicia. Hello, Meganama. How are you? Jamie Hope, what's happening? Jamie Hope, who spit her water all over her computer. I'm sorry about that. Mike Owens from Minnesota. How are you? Let's get this live chat up there. Yeah, Melly, they're going on sex strikes, which sounds pretty good to me. Patrice, how are you? Christine, what's happening? Once again, guys, for the local audience, Saturday from 12 to 3, we will be at the Seaford train station. The Seaford train station celebrating Donald Trump's win. Make sure you guys come on down and say hello. Before we get to the liberal media freakout, Mike Lindell.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog beds.
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of our brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you save 50% on our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets. That's as low as $29.99 for the best sheets ever. And with our biggest closeout special, you get our all-season slippers for only $35. Or our sandals and slides for just $25. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Guys, head on over to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD for up to 80% off everything on the website. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. So, who should we start with? Should we start with Rachel Maddow? Or Keith Olbermann, or Rosie O'Donnell, or Mark Cuban, considering they're all the same people, actually? Or should we start with Jimmy Kimmel? I think it's safe to say we need to start with the musings of one Rachel Maddow.
Then the decisive result of this election gives us not just an answer to the question as to what Americans want to do along those lines, it also gives us a really big to-do list as Americans. If you are an American citizen who does not want to ashcan the American system of government, who doesn't want a strongman authoritarian system where the whole government is one guy and everything else just exists to serve him, if that is not the kind of country that you want, then yesterday's election means you have more to do for your country than you have ever done before. Because now is when the rubber really hits the road, right? We don't just flip a switch and the American system of government is gone. Democracy is gone. It doesn't work like that. I mean, not to be boring here for a second, but just getting very real. We now are just another one in the list of countries that has decided to, hey, what the heck? Let's try the strongman thing. Let's let democracy go. Let's put in an all-powerful guy instead, see how it goes. There are many more countries in the world governed by that kind of a system than there are governed by ours. We are the only 248-year-old multiracial, pluralistic democracy in the world. And shall we keep it? A lot of our fellow Americans say we shouldn't. Now we know. Now we know for sure. But a lot of Americans, tens of millions of Americans, say we should keep that system, which means time to fight for it. And yes, Americans did fight for it by working on this election, by trying to get the candidate elected who was both the Democrat and the small d Democrat. She didn't win. The strongman candidate won instead. But now history doesn't end. Time doesn't stop. Now we have the benefit of knowing how this has gone in every other country that has been through a democracy to authoritarian transition. And sadly, there are a lot of them. We have the benefit of seeing what's happened in those other countries, though. And what we know is that the more ground the authoritarian takes, the harder it is to ever get that ground back. And so the first order of business is to stop them from taking any uncontested ground right from the outset.
You know, on some level, on some level, I feel bad for Rachel Maddow because she has gotten herself up all in a tizzy and actually convinced herself that this is the end of a multicultural democracy. You're right. Flushing, Queens isn't going to exist anymore. There's not going to be every bit of food in New York City. You're right. We're going to get rid of all multicultures. First off, it used to be in this country that when you joined America, you brought your culture with it and then assimilated to the American way of life. Maybe we can get back to that. But the authoritarian tilt, she's insane. But here's the point of all this, is that when you watch Rachel Maddow, if you have friends that watch MSNBC, they are dumber than your average bear. They're dumb because they have been whipped up into this frenzy by people who profit off of just selling fear. Donald Trump is not going to do it. I love when she put Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin up there. Like, this is anything like that. Anything like that at all. But, of course, she wasn't the only one to fearmonger over what comes next in America. The other hosts on MSNBC went real hard on misinformation on Twitter. Because their new target, now that they've lost to Trump, is going to be Elon Musk. Ignore the fact that Elon Musk virtually saved the concept of free speech. Ignore that. Now they're going to come after him because they've got no one else to come after. Here was MSNBC.
We have now let misinformation become the accepted information. It has washed over us. Elon Musk, he buys Twitter, and then he uses it almost exclusively to be a propaganda machine, and we've accepted it. We've accepted a narrative that despite an actually great economic recovery, the vibes don't feel good. So we want to reject it and get something else. And the person we are now betting on to change all of it is Donald Trump, a man who did two almost impossible things. He won the American presidency twice, and he drove a casino into the ground. What will the future hold now that America has just decided that we're going to F around and find out?
First off, he didn't drive a casino into the ground. He spent too much money on building the damn thing in the first place at a time when Atlantic City was taking a dump. Anybody in the neighborhood knows that. That's number one. But I have decided that I am going to take a new tact on X. A new tact in the media. Anybody who uses the phrase misinformation or disinformation, I'm just going to call a moron, okay? You're just dumb. Like, maybe you have an advanced degree. But let's be honest. If every person with a PhD went away tomorrow, would any of you notice? Would any of you notice? I don't think I would. I don't think I would at all. And it can't come soon enough. But that was not the number one take of the evenings. We've got to go to Jimmy Kimmel. We got to go to Jimmy Kimmel, who is a little bitch. He's a little bitch. He's just a little bitch. That's it. There's no other way to say it. Here he was crying on TV.
Let's be honest. It was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go, for healthcare, for our climate, for science, for journalism, for justice, for free speech. It was a terrible night for poor people, for the middle class, for seniors who rely on Social Security, for our allies in Ukraine. for NATO, for the truth and democracy and decency. And it was a terrible night for everyone who voted against him. And guess what? It was a bad night for everyone who voted for him, too. You just don't realize it yet.
You see, and that's the key takeaway. That's the key takeaway of the elitist in this country. Not the fact that Jimmy Kimmel spent the first 34 seconds of that spewing nonsense that we're going to lose Social Security and all that crap. It's the very end. When he says it's bad for you, you just don't know it yet. That's the key takeaway that this liberal media establishment does not understand. We don't care what you think. We don't care. Your values are not our values, Jimmy Kimmel. We laugh at you. And by the way, that's a comedy show. Were there any jokes involved in there? At the very least, at least Jon Stewart had a little bit of fun with the Trump loss, because Jon Stewart, like Bill Maher, which I can't wait. I can't wait to watch Bill Maher this weekend, this Friday night. I got it DVR'd. I'm ready to go. At least Jon Stewart made us laugh with his take. Before we get to that, try Armor.
The biggest benefit, honestly, has been with my skin. Skin was more hydrated, more radiant.
This is the best superfood that you could take.
It has all the essential nutrients you need for your skin, your gut, energy, focus, mood, performance.
My hair has gotten so much thicker ever since taking this.
I used to have a probiotic, a green juice that replaced it all with this Arma colostrum. It is amazing.
You gotta take it.
If you want to try it, try arma.com.
Guys, head on over to tryarmor.com today /LFATV. That's tryarmor.com /LFATV to get 15% off and free. I believe it's 15% off, guys. Start feeling better today with that superfood formula over at tryarmor.com /LFATV. Speaking of LFATV, guys, head on over to LFATV.us. That's LFATV.us. That is your home base, your mothership, your landing pad for all things LFATV related. Check out the LFATV store. And while you guys are there, consider becoming a monthly donor over at LFATV.us. That is the best way to support this network so that we can keep bringing you guys the content you want. This is user-generated content, and we can't do it without your help, guys. Go to LFATV.us. That's LFATV.us. Someone in the chat is annoying me right now. Someone keeps asking... Somebody keeps asking what my first thing... You know what? I'm going to ask the chat. Chat, if you become president tomorrow... If you become president, what is the first thing you do when getting into office? Not policy. You put your hand on the Bible, you take the oath, you walk down the street, you move in. What's the first thing you do upon entering the White House? Not policy. Don't say close the border. Don't say appointing anybody. The first thing you do upon entering the White House. I'm curious as to what everyone's take on this is. Because you're not going to believe what Callie in the chat told me her first thing would be. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Fire people. That seems to be the going trend here. Clean the Oval Office desk. Ew. No, not policy. I want to know what the first thing you're going to do is. Callie in the chat told me that she's going to do something that is, she wants to desecrate a national monument. It was absolutely disgusting. It had to do with the Lincoln bedroom. But we're going to keep going right now. That's the part I'm cutting. So, guys, as I said... Sorry. Inside joke, guys. As I said, at least Jon Stewart gave us a funny take on his takeaway from the election. Now, with that being said, I read you guys the Atlas Intel polls from just before the election. And they were absolutely correct. They were spot on. Jon Stewart apparently was reading some other polls. Maybe he was reading the Alex Seltzer poll that said that Kamala Harris was up 3 points in Iowa. Not. Maybe he was reading the nonsense polls that said Kamala Harris had a chance to win Florida. Not. Maybe he was reading the poll that said Ted Cruz was going to lose to Colin Allred in Texas. Not. So Jon Stewart has a message for all the pollsters out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Daily Show. It hasn't been completely called yet. We don't exactly know what all the results are going to be. Our time is running out. I do want to very quickly send a quick message to all the pollsters, the election pollsters. Blow me. I don't ever want to from you again, ever. I don't ever want to hear, we've corrected for the overcorrection of the voters. You don't know shit about shit. And I don't care for you.
I mean, look, at the very least, that's pretty funny. He's right. He's absolutely right. These pollsters, they went out there and they tried to claim it was close to save their own asses, but they're done. They're done. Nobody's going to care about 90% of the people that run polls anymore. Nobody's going to care about them. And good on them. Because quite frankly, they have done enough damage to this country where I don't really think we need to hear from them anymore either. But luckily, guys, I've got some exclusive videotape of someone you're gonna want to hear from. I've got exclusive footage of Kamala Harris the morning after the election. You're not going to see this anywhere else, guys. Here is Kamala Harris's reaction to losing the election.
Hello? I don't know what to tell you, Barack. I have no idea where the money went, right? $20 million? Can you tell Beyonce to give me a call back? She can also just wire me. You know, technically she should pay me back. I didn't even perform. Is this Offset? I thought you guys broke up. Can I talk to Cardi for a second? Hey, girl. Yeah, listen. So here's the thing. You know, I didn't get elected. You didn't help me get elected, and you said you would. So I think that, you know, you should unburden that and give me my money back. Don't hang up on me. I will dog walk you, bitch. Hello? Hey, girl. And this is Big Sister General. No, everything is fine. Listen, let me ask you a question. What do you think if you gave me my money back? Hi, Willie. You need a lawyer? Hello? I ruined my knees for that man. Nancy, stop calling me. No, stop calling me. Didn't you retire? You got your own problems, bitch. You need to just... Okay, look, I'm sorry. I take it back. Look, listen, can you teach me about the stock market? I don't know what any of that means. Look, how about I just give you my password and you bet on some stocks for me? I'm in a little bit of a financial pickle. I guess I shouldn't have said that they were at the wrong rally. It's all Big Mike's fault. Hey, Whoopi. Are you bitches hiring? Hello? Predator looking ass bitch.
That is of course that is of course a good friend of the show, Esty. She actually stopped by. Predator looking ass bitch. Oh, that's spectacular. Look, guys, it was a rough 4 years. It's time to laugh. Guys, make sure you give Esty a follow on X. I think it's Mommy RN88. Still absolutely hilarious. I don't know what she's gonna do now. I don't know what she's gonna do, but we're gonna laugh. We're still gonna laugh about it because that's just funny as hell. That's just funny as hell. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Share the video out if you're watching on Facebook, guys. Do me a favor if you're watching on Facebook. Go to our rally flyer. You should see it directly there on the Loud Majority Facebook page. Hit that @ button. Hit the @ button, and you will see followers. Click that so that all of your friends will know about the rally on Saturday at 12, between 12 and 3 at the Seaford train station. Once again, do I have that pulled up? Do I have? Boom, there it is. Saturday, November 9th. From noon to 3 p.m. at the Seaford train station. Guys, come on down, hang out a lot. I hear a lot of people are coming. It's going to be huge. So make sure you guys come on down to that if you are local. If you are in the local area, come on down for that. Guys, before we keep rocking and rolling here, have you guys ever wanted to own night vision goggles but didn't because they were too expensive? Well, you can now grab them for under $200 with our new sponsor, TacRite. Similar night vision goggles sell for nearly $4,000 because once it's military grade, the price goes up. However, TacRite was able to find a new revolutionary technology that's for their night vision system. Military grade night vision goggles require at least some light, while TacRite can see in the pitch dark. Our viewers can get this amazing one-time discount and grab yours for under $200 today. You don't even need a coupon code or anything. Just visit TacRiteLFA.com. That's TacRiteLFA.com. It'll make a great gift for anybody who's into the outdoors, hunting, the military, or just want to feel safe at night. Grab yours today, guys, because supplies will not last. Guys, go to TacRiteLFA.com. That's TacRightLFA.com. Guys, go to TacRiteLFA.com. Let's keep moving and grooving here, because there is some other stuff that I want to make sure that I get to. You guys know that I've got a little friend. Named Liam. Liam took the world by storm over the course of the last several months of the campaign after he got a very, very nice letter from the now President-elect Trump and his wife Melania. You guys saw that video. You guys also got to see him meet President Trump at the Nassau Coliseum rally. Do you guys remember Liam? Thank you, Arthur, so much for that. Do you guys remember Liam? Well, Liam is 8 years old, so he had to go to bed on election night. He's got a bedtime. Can't be staying out till 6 in the morning with me. So, you guys wanted to see what happened when Liam woke up the next morning and found out that that President Trump had won?
We have something to tell you, Liam. You know, the election was yesterday. Who are you rooting for?
Trump.
And?
J.D. Vance.
Right. And, Kamala Harris had a lot of voters out there for her. A lot.
Let me guess, she won?
Nope.
Trump won?
What do you think? Is that good news?
Yes. It's not bad news, Mom. Stop
Nope,
trying
I
to
didn't
lie.
say it was bad. So what do you say to Trump?
I was about to say something to Jesus. Thank you, the Lord.
What do you say to Trump and Vance?
Fight, fight, fight. I love you.
Just in case anybody felt like crying today, no big deal. That's what I'm here for. Just in case anybody felt like getting a little misty-eyed today, I thought I'd show you the little guy. Everybody loves Liam. Don't worry, I'm not crying. You're crying. Not a big deal. And that's why we do it. That's why we do what we do. Just for that. Just for the little guy. Absolutely spectacular. We're going to get to more news in just a second, guys. Before we do that, hit that thumbs up button. Share the video out all over the place. We are rocking. We are rolling here as we rock, as we roll. That's what we do here. Guys, head on over to loudmajorityusa.com. That's loudmajorityusa.com. Guys, we have got new Christmas stuff. Wow, whoever designs this, whoever does this email, whoever does this website is absolutely spectacular. You can pick up your new Trump Christmas ugly sweater for all of your Christmas parties. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. Let's get this popped up. I'll be home for Christmas sweater. Looking good for the ladies out there. Looking real good. Also, if you want to piss off your in-laws or any member of your family, make sure you pick up the Donald Trump wrapping paper. That way you can wrap all your Christmas gifts in Donald Trump gear and annoy the ugly people in your family. Also, guys, as usual, we have all the good stuff right up there. Head on over to loudmajorityusa.com. That's loudmajorityusa.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Check out our shop. Oh, somebody redesigned this website. Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, yeah, they did. Guys, loudmajorityusa.com. That's loudmajorityusa. Oh, there. Look at all the good stuff there. You get all your hoodies over there, and you can use promo code WIN. Promo code WIN to get 30% off everything on the website today and tomorrow. 30% off everything on the website with promo code WIN. Guys, go to loudmajorityusa.com. That's loudmajorityusa.com. So, in more good news, showing that the cases against Donald Trump were absolute baloney, we've got this from NBC News. It turns out that the DOJ is beginning to wind down its criminal trials against President Trump before he takes office. Oh, really? Oh, really? The Justice Department has been evaluating how to wind down their 2 federal criminal cases against President-elect Trump before he takes office and throws all their asses in jail. That wasn't in the article. I just added that part in. Before he takes office to comply with the long-standing department policy that a sitting president cannot be prosecuted. Oh, really? I thought he was this big threat. These cases were always bullshit. And now they're going out of their way to save their own asses. The latest discussions stand in contrast with the previous election's legal posture from Jack Smith, who in recent weeks took significant steps in the election interference case against Trump without regard for the electoral calendar. But sources in the DOJ have come to grips with the fact that no trial is possible anytime soon in either the January 6th case or the classified documents case, both of which are mired in legal issues and would likely prompt an appeal all the way to the Supreme Court, even if Trump had lost the election. Now that Trump has become president again, DOJ officials see no room to pursue either criminal case against him and no point in continuing to litigate them in the weeks before he takes office. You feel that? You feel that winning? Now the DOJ's got winning all over their face. All over their face. Of course, that's not the only case that is about to be dismissed against President Trump. New York Judge Marchand weighs dismissing the case against Trump as the sentencing date nears. Can you feel that? Can you feel it? Little Trump dance, baby. Ha ha! Ha ha! Judge Marchand, the New York judge overseeing the falsified business records brought by Attorney General Alvin Bragg against Donald Trump, has reportedly set a deadline for whether or not to toss out the case due to presidential immunity. CNN's chief legal correspondent said on Wednesday that Marchand is giving himself a deadline of November 12th to decide if the conviction against Trump should be tossed based on the Supreme Court ruling. Let's go to Jake Tapper so that we can see him melt down over this.
I'm told that his legal team is going to try to make sure that sentencing never happens. As we know, their usual strategy is always to just try to get things delayed. But here they're going to argue to the judge that the sentencing should never happen because now that Trump is president-elect, they will say that he is entitled to the same constitutional protections as a sitting president and should be protected from state actors, and in this case, state prosecutors. Now, the judge overseeing that case, Judge Juan Marchand, he's given himself a deadline of November 12th to decide if the conviction against Trump should be tossed. Based on the Supreme Court's recent ruling on immunity, if he tosses the conviction, there'll be no sentencing. But if that sentencing continues to go forward, this is the argument that the Trump team is going to.
Kiss my ass. So much winning, I can't even stand it. So are you getting tired of winning yet, guys? Well, there goes those 43 counts. Knock those right off the list. By the way, has anybody seen Fani Willis in a while? Anybody seen Fani Willis? What the hell's she up to these days? Turns out, out of all the felonies, they're all gone. They're all going to go away. So much winning, I can't even stand it. So, naturally, the gaggle of idiots in America, we call them celebrities. They are very, very upset about all of this. They're very, very upset. And we're going to read you some of their unhinged reactions in just a second. Before we do that, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Share the video out. Tag a friend. We got big numbers today. Big number, big number, big number as we cross the 300 threshold mark. Kevin, you need to cut the clip of you laughing. Yeah. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the like button. We're starting to get big numbers on Facebook again. I'm liking it. I guess Mark Zuckerberg doesn't want to be held accountable for all of his complete and utter nonsense. Make sure you guys invite some friends to like the page. So, celebrities have begun to lose their minds as President Trump's landslide victory over Kamala Harris on Election Day dealt a heavy blow to the Hollywood elites who mourned not just the loss of the Democratic nominee, but their ability to influence the American people. Several actors and singers released unhinged doomsday statements on social media. One of those was Christina Applegate, who tweeted out, "Please unfollow me if you voted against female rights, against disability rights." That's a new one. Yeah, that. Unfollow me because what you did is unreal. Don't want followers like this. So yeah, done. Nobody, also after today, I will be shutting down this fan page that I have had for so many years because this is sick. Oh no! What are we going to do without the opinions of Kelly Bundy? Oh no! How will we ever live? Of course, she wasn't the only one. She wasn't the only one. Cardi B, a professional whore. Yeah, I said it. She had another unhinged one.
Votes at this time. That means he needs 23 more. Pennsylvania has 19 electoral votes. Michigan has 15.
She's real sad because everybody keeps making fun of her. Actress Lily Reinhart. I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. Says, I cannot fathom the feeling that women who came forward about their sexual assault at the hands of Trump, seeing millions of people vote for their abuser. My heart breaks for these women. I believe you, and I'm so sorry. Well, no one knows who the hell you are, so let's move on. Someone said, Lil Pump. Lil Pump, who I gotta be honest, I don't know who that is. He had a pretty direct message. F. Taylor Swift. Yes, correct. Correct, Taylor Swift, who, Taylor, I gotta say, Taylor Swift, she's got a brand, and she stays on brand by continuously picking the wrong person. I don't know. Look, Taylor, as long as Travis Kelce keeps catching the football, I don't really care because I spent my first-round draft pick on him this year, and I really want to win my fantasy league. So that's really all I care about. So keep him happy, keep him well-fed, do whatever, and then I'll go back to making fun of you guys after I win my fantasy football league. Guys, it's 2 o'clock. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in this Election Day week, baby. I'm jacked. You're jacked. I will see you guys either back live tomorrow or hopefully I will see you Saturday at the Seaford train station from 12 to 3. Bring your friends. Bring your family. Bring a full cooler. I'm not telling you that. I'm just saying. Bring a full cooler. Maybe we'll see if we can empty it. Guys, Ryan Mott is coming up next. Go to loudmajorityusa.com. Use promo code WIN to get 30% off everything on the website. And until tomorrow, everybody, stay loud.